Okay, happy Monday. Shola here. And I want to take a moment to go through a delegation mental model or framework that I'm started using. And I want to hat tip Dan Martell in his book, Buy Back Your Time. So the reality situation is that a good leader empowers her constituents with the resources and the authority to solve problems on their own. So the whole concept with the 1-3-1-1-3-1 rule is that someone has a problem. You ask them, you need something done. You give a natural language command to a team member, and at least 50% of the time, when someone goes to execute, just like if you're doing homework, you're going to run into problems. So, what happens in school when a student runs into problems? Okay, a B student will immediately jump up and ask the teacher for help. The A student will try to solve the problem on their own. And if they do solve it on their own, then their self esteem and their sense of agency is immediately expanded because they ran into a problem, they found a solution on their own. And so they're building the belief that they're problem solvers, the identity. So the whole concept with the 1-3-1 rule is that, first of all, you want people to come to you with one problem, right? But then you want them to come to you with three potential solutions to that problem that they've pre-vetted, and then the one of those three solutions that they recommend the most, right? So I'll give you an example. I was going through a debugging of a workflow using Make as middleware connecting Phantom and Airtable. And one of the things that happened is that was an issue sending data to one of the apps within that integration workflow. And we came up with what in many instances could be a universal, let's say 1-3-1, let's call it template, right? So three solutions that might be a perennial way to solve any kind of workflow automation problem is number one, ask ChatGPT. Number two, go to YouTube kind of university or slash YouTube library. And then number three would be to do a Loom or screenpal.com a screen recording of your process and then send that video to the help desk of the tool in question, right? That is probably enough to solve at least 70 to 80% of the common problems that someone goes through if they're doing any kind of like no code workflow automation. And so I think that that's just one example of a type of 1-3-1 solution, like a template. But in general, you can expand. It doesn't always have to be those three solutions. Example, contact help desk support, ask GBT, or check out FAQ videos on YouTube. But that's helpful. Like those three solutions can help you through many a small tech problem. But the reality situation is the main thing to think through is that you want people to start developing the habit of coming to you with solutions and not more problems. In fact, a really great employee, someone that makes themselves irreplaceable, is that everybody else comes to you with problems and they come to you with solutions, right? So it just makes your life easier because every time you see other people, you know they're bringing you more problems, which is taking your mental bandwidth. And then when you see the A player, they're bringing you more solutions. So I'm going to start the day off, and I think we're going to talk a bit about this. Hello.
Hi, Shona.
I'm doing well. Happy Monday.
How's it going today?
I work on some workflow integrations with a team member that I'm vetting, and it went really well. I'm happy about their problem solving potential, bringing me solutions and not more problems. And yeah, I like the I like the sound of that. I think the thing that I want to really lean into for the rest of the month, if not the rest of the quarter, is this framework from Dan Martell's book "Buy Back Your Time," which is the 1-3-1 solution. And I'm pulling from my reading, which is basically like if I give somebody an assignment to do and they run into problems, don't just come to me to solve the minute problem. Like come to me with a description of your problem, but also three possible solutions and your recommendation on the best one of the three possible solutions that you've come up with. That just makes your life easier, and when you it distinguishes somebody because when other people are coming to you, they're coming with problems. And then when this person is coming to you, they're coming with solutions. So I really love that idea. And I think it's a good backdrop for what I want to do in terms of this week, which is that I want to look at my list of friction points and just start attacking the big ones on this list, right? So I have like 14 friction points, and I actually started working on some of them in the on the weekend, but I have this list, and yeah, it's just great. Another thing that happened this weekend is that I totally didn't plan to, but I probably did like at least like an hour of content just because I had some ideas, and yeah, it was incredible. I had some ideas, and I said, you know what? Let me just fire up the old camera and just speak into the mic, and I was able to record some thoughts. And the other thing is that I just find that the more often that I do it, the more, like anything, you get better at it, and it just becomes more natural. And I'm just really excited about like the potential for this. And one of the things I'm working on with the person in question I talked to you about is they're going to be helping me this week to automate like everything that happens after the record button is pushed. So as far as I'm concerned, the week is off to a good start. I'm really happy that I'm deploying this leadership, let's just call it hack, which is empowering people to come to me with solutions, not more problems. And I just love this friction audit. Like, I haven't seen anybody call it that, but I just love it. Like, I woke up this morning with like no ambiguity about what needs to be done, because it's like I just have to remove this friction, and then what's left is the gold. So I feel good.
Great, great. I get that, but now, so what are the goals for this week aside from taking care of these friction points?
Sure.